archaeological sites in Ireland, and it's known as a ringfort. And they were enclosed homesteads. So you can see the size of this one. It was huge. These date from about 500 BC to about 1000 BC. And at that time, of course, there were no towns. So large clans lived together. And this wouldn't all have been habitation. There would have been houses in here, probably circular houses made of posts and wattle with thatched roofs and a hole in the roof for the smoke to go out. So there have been a few houses, but this would also have enclosed the cattle would have been here. And of course, cattle were a sign of a person's wealth. The more cattle you had, they were a currency really. So the more cattle you had, the wealthier you were. So this is the general term is ringfort. But there were different types of ringforts. There were ones that were enclosed by soil banks, and that's what this one is. And they were known as rafts. The ones that were enclosed with stone were known as cashels or dunes. But they all were ringforts. Now, what made this one very interesting, but I can't find it, I was here last night looking for it, was that there was a stone in this area here, an engraved stone, which had on it, in Latin, pray for Peter Brown, who had me made, 1725, and that was here. And that Peter Brown was one of the Browns of Westport House, and he was the last Catholic Brown of Westport House, and seemingly his son changed in those days. During the penal laws, if you changed your religion, you could keep your land. Catholics couldn't hold their land, so he was the last Catholic Brown. Now, local folklore has it too, that this is where during the penal laws, of course there were no churches, no Catholic churches, and there was a price on a priest's head. It was illegal to be a priest. So £25 in the 1700s was a lot of money. If you reported a priest, you got £25. So Mass was held out in the open in various places, and seemingly this was an area where this here was where Mass used to be said. And with all the growth now, it's difficult to see it, but if all that was taken away, you'd realise we're on a height, and you have a fantastic view all around. So there would always be a lookout posted while Mass was being said to watch for the priest trumpet.
It's a pity they don't maintain it better, isn't it?
Who maintains it?
Well, I don't know. Because it's so famous.
But it's privately owned. You can't
do anything about that.
I mean, we're lucky that they